Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day it is. I'm in a different time zone. I'm driving around Hua Hin in Thailand, witnessing the world. And what are we witnessing at the moment in the world? Well, it's a shit show, isn't it? Just bear in mind though, it is a show. As serious as some of the situations are, and as horrific as the impact on individuals is, and I pray for those people and I send them balance and healing in all the methods that I teach and preach with other people in my MBS group, Reiki On Power Hour, who are doing the same, and many other organisations. So there's massive sympathy. I just want to say this, that it's just a story. That might sound harsh or lacking compassion, but it isn't. I've got loads of compassion, and I practically apply my compassion in doing something practical about it. So just want to tell you, don't go into fear. Turn on the news and it's just unbelievable. I could list about 10 things that my clients and students have got on their mind at the moment, and me too. Things that we never thought we'd be talking about, things that we never thought we'd be subjected to. Not just with the C word and the V word, but now with the Afghanistan situation and election fraud and American stuff, Australia suppression, the whole shift in society. I used to remember listening to my grandparents who used to say it's not the same world as it used to be, and maybe I'm getting to that age where I'm saying the same, but I can see very little prospects of a good outcome with many of the things that are on the news. But I'm going to add to that, it's just a story. Unless these things are directly affecting you, stay powerful, stay positive, maintain your balance, and as I say, pray for these things. Lobby the government about these things. The government to control your mentality, govern your mentality. That's the etymology. And as I say, it's just a story that's been orchestrated. They are creating these situations. History's being made at this time. The rules are being changed. Choosing my words, but medical rules are being changed. Things that we've known for years, things are being redefined, things are being recategorized. We're being asked to forget everything that we've known about things that we've got vast experience in. And if people in certain qualified professions are trying to remind us that we know what to do at these challenging times, and we know what to do globally, politically, militarily, those people are being shut down. We've never known times when you can't have open debate, but you can't have open debate because they are controlling the narrative. And what's the narrative? It's a story. So my best advice with love and positivity and power is, do not buy into the story. Witness it like I'm witnessing the world. Witness it and rise above it. Stay powerful, stay balanced, stay loving, stay positive. Imagine that you're in a cinema watching a film. Detach from the film, but realise that there's in duality in metaphysics, there is this belief that I hold that it's just an illusion, it's just a projection. Whether you buy into that or not, the fact is, if you can do something positive, do it. If you can't do something, then make sure that what's happening out there in the projection, in the movie, in the world, doesn't get you to the point where it makes you ill. Stress, fear, worry, anxiety can literally make you sick to death. Don't go there. Rise above it, and I'm here to help. But at the end of the day, you can help yourself. Don't allow yourself to be dragged in to something that possibly isn't affecting you that much. I'm living in a bubble between 2 or 3 friends here, some family members, and certain activities. I'm keeping my head down. Thankfully I don't live in town, I live in the sticks, and I'm able to almost be unaffected unless I go into town. You know, when I do, I put on the thing. I'm not having this thing by choice at the moment, but I'm not worrying too much about it. I'm just getting on with what I believe. If you've had the thing, God bless you. If you wear the thing and that's your decision, more power to you. No judgment from me. Don't judge other people. Just because you disagree with somebody doesn't mean you have to hate them. This is something the world has to learn. There's lots of shit in the world, don't add to it. Lots of negativity, not lots of fear, lots of hate, lots of aggression, don't add to it. Don't allow the government governing your mentality to make you take sides. We live on a round world, a round planet, there's no sides. And everybody's entitled to their opinion, and just because it's different to yours, honour that right for them to have that opinion. Honour that right for them to be able to have free speech to put on their social media platforms, whatever they choose. That's been took away from us by government who control our mentality. Don't sign up to that, don't endorse that, don't agree with that. You know, and if you do disagree, then have a constructive, loving conversation, and maybe recruit people to your belief system, but not enforcing it, not cruelly calling people names or worse for having an opposing view. Love people unconditionally and allow them to have their view. Don't control people because you don't want to be controlled. So at the moment the narrative is pretty shit. It is a shit show, but I believe it's temporary and we'll come out the other side, which might be weeks, months, years, decades or centuries. But you know, we don't have to save the planet, it will look after itself. Just save yourself from being affected by negativity, fear and anxiety. And where you've got control, take responsibility for that. Take responsibility for your thoughts, your words, your actions, your intentions, your goals, and have the best time that you can, because you can't change it. If you can, do something positively and change it. I believe, and I have been doing this, I've been emailing MPs, even though I'm in Thailand. I've been emailing Welsh ministers. I'm a Manchester lad. I've been emailing Manchester Council, County Council, and I've been lobbying GP surgeries because I was employed as a civilian consultant within the National Health Service, which I'm disillusioned with, really. But then again, as I say, it's just a story. In that disillusionment, I have hope that the good people who are running that, and there are those, from bottom up, not top down. Top down's got an agenda. Bottom up, that's where you find the reality. The people who are actually doing the job, who joined National Health Service to help people's health, you know, to make it a better world. And most politicians go in to politics for exactly the same agenda, and then for some it changes very quickly, unfortunately. They get power mad. There's that lovely expression when the love for power changes and people understand the power of love. That's when we'll change the world. The world that you want to see starts with you and me, and that's another cliche, but it really is that you can make a massive difference where you are with what you've got right now. And if you make yourself ill with all this shit, then you're in no good place to be positive, vibrate positively, which I believe is more than enough just to be human, to be a human being, not a human stressing, a human worrying, or a human arguing, which will make you sick to death. Just keep your power, stay positive, detach from this stuff. You know, there's an off switch, turn it off, and also turn your mind off. And if you don't know how to do that, then you need me to teach you that. Maybe we need a little session in self-hypnosis, self-control, and taking self-responsibility, because your responsibility, your ability to respond to what's going on will dictate the quality of your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, and the major definite purpose of being here on the planet at this time, which is to witness this evolved consciousness, and to have some positive input into it, not to be arguing. As I say, don't take sides. Have an opinion, but value other people's opinions, even if you don't agree with them. Doesn't mean you have to hate people. Don't go into hate, don't go into division, don't help the government govern your mentality and change the mentality of the planet, which is what's going on. This is a global thing. It's not just in your area, it's everywhere. You must have realised that by now, and that's not a conspiracy, it's just obvious. It's just a reality, not a conspiracy. That none of this makes sense unless you understand the global agenda, and then it makes perfect sense. But a lot of people haven't realised that yet, and not patronising by saying that. And if you want a conversation about that, then I'll talk to you with a cup of tea for free. A lot of people haven't joined the dots yet between the wars and the political division and the racial division and the religious division and the Brexit stuff, which is just to create chaos, confusion, to break down systems, because by breaking them down, the powers that be can rebuild them in a new way. And there's a word I won't use, because every time you use these words in the algorithm, it gets things deleted. But there is a how can I say the word differently? Well, there's just change going on, and it was always going to go on because it's been the agenda for decades and centuries. And as I say, this is an ongoing story that's going to go on for decades and centuries, and we've just got to endure it for the short time that we're on the planet, but based on the fact that we're eternal, in my opinion. That's another conversation, that this is just a drop in the ocean, but we are almost like the guardians of consciousness while we're here in a body. So do your best, and if you're struggling, then I'm here to help. As I say, I'm witnessing the world, I'm driving around, but I'm currently just on my way to my chess club. So I'm going to play chess, which takes my mind off the situation. It keeps me alive and vital, keeps the grey matter turning. So I'm going to enjoy that. Find things that you enjoy that put a smile on your face. Please and ease yourself. Enjoy your mind. If you need a chat, I'm here for that. God bless.